came down here to see the sunrise, but it looks like it's not working with me today. The rain was supposed to have stopped by now, so I was hoping the clouds would kind of uncover over there a little bit, but that's okay. Kind of just relax, sit here, play some games, and talk about my most played games of all time. I have a list of ones that have really kind of sat in places in my life that, I guess it's sunrise because that light just turned off. I have a list of games that kind of sat in different points of my life in their importance, and they're the ones that I feel like I've played the most. They're the ones that at least I remember that I played the most. So, as you can imagine, based on what you're seeing right now, Pokemon is certainly one of them. And I've played pretty much all the games. It's funny, I'm a pretty big Pokemon fan, but I've never finished any of the Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum ones. I really want to do that on trail with you guys sometime, or during live stream. But I want to either do it on an Anthor or on a 3DS with a capture card. I don't have one of those. I have a 3DS, I don't have it modded with a capture card. So I can't record that yet. And I don't want to do it on anything flat. So that will be in the future. But yeah, Pokemon is certainly up there, but it's not the number one game series that I've played. And it's not a series that actually makes my top list either. It's RuneScape. Not old school either. I've been playing RuneScape since 2007 actually. And I'm in like a 6-month hiatus from it right now. But that's typically how I play it. I have like 6 months on to a year on, and then I'll take like 6 months off. And it's because it's one of those games that, although you can play it forever, it is very grindy. So you just you have to take your time. And I'm already maxed, probably not anymore. I haven't really kept up with the updates over the last year, but I imagine by now I might not be anymore. The 120s might have finally started to count towards that, but we'll see. When I come back pretty soon here, we'll find out. But yeah, I've been playing that for, I want to say, yeah, since 2007. It's going on 20 years next year. And I'll put the game hours here if I find them. I know there's a way to check, so I'll see if I can check that later for you guys and put that in the video. It's pretty insane though, how much I've played, especially after or before maxing. It took quite some time to get there. So secondly is when Pokemon comes in, because I'm not going to go by a single game, but I will mention a single one. But Pokemon overall has been my most played series of all time. I absolutely love it. I have since I was a little kid. My first one was Pokemon Yellow, and it just kept going from there. So I love Pokemon, and shiny hunting is what makes the amount of hours that you can put into it. So to name a specific Pokemon game that I played the most, that would be Pokemon Emerald. And a lot of the hours that go into that was shiny hunting for Rayquaza back in the day. If anyone else is familiar, you had to do the runaway method because the RNG was absolutely broken on that game. So either you took advantage of that RNG manipulation, or you did it the right way and just ran away a million times. I think it was like 11 or 12,000 runaways that I had to do before I actually got it. And what's unfortunate is that, as well as many of my other early shinies in Pokemon, were stolen from a house where I used to host parties. So that's very unfortunate, because that was a lot of time investment. And Pokemon Emerald specifically, I spent well over the 999 hour limit of what it can show. So next up is actually Skyrim. Back in the day, I first got it on Xbox 360, and the amount of times I replayed it on there was absolutely nuts, as well as PC and in VR as well. I absolutely love it in VR. It's hard to ever go back to flat screen Skyrim after you've done it in VR, but just to kind of follow this up. I want to do that sometime. I do want to do another replay of Skyrim for the channel because I absolutely love the game, and you can change the way that you're going every single time, especially if you install like 300 plus mods like I usually do. So it's such a good game, and it's got such good mod support that it's going to live forever. Now, next up is actually Modern Warfare 2. Not the newer one, the original from, I want to say, 2009. I actually was in a clan and everything on PS3, so unfortunately at that time, PS3 clans just weren't really that big, so if you wanted to go big, you had to be Xbox for the most part. I was in the Excel clan, and we were a quick scoping clan, and we were pretty good. Didn't really have a chance to go big just because of the fact that, again, PS3 wasn't really that big back then when it came to online scene. The games were great, and the fact that it was free online was incredible, but all of the scene for Call of Duty back then was Xbox. So that's unfortunate. But Modern Warfare 2 was actually my first shooter game that I ever owned, which is crazy. I played a lot of them. Halo, other games. I played Modern Warfare, the first one, at a buddy's house, and I played a lot of shooters at other people's house, but I never had like a huge interest in them. And then all of a sudden, I think it was actually after I watched the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg that I saw the intervention in that movie, and then I saw that it was in Modern Warfare 2, and I was like, I have to play this. And I tried it, and I got completely addicted. So Mark Wahlberg is like one of my favorite actors of all time, if not my favorite. And Shooter is my favorite movie of all time. But I started on that game, and I didn't stop for God knows how long. I got legitimate 10th Prestige. I know a lot of people modded with that. I modded a couple extra accounts for my clan accounts and stuff because we were all modded 10th Prestige. But yeah, that game was incredible. Quickscoping was so fun in that game. It was so seamless and smooth, and in no other Call of Duty has it ever felt as good as it did then. Some have come close, but never the same. The intervention will always be the smoothest quickscoping experience. Right after Modern Warfare 2, I think the next series of games would actually be the Need for Speed series, specifically Carbon. I played that one a ridiculous amount, and it was the first Need for Speed that I played on PC, and I joined a forum online. I got really into customizing my cars and modifying the performance just right, and I loved that you could actually like tweak the bumpers in different parts of the car, literally piece by piece, instead of just, oh, select this bumper, select that bumper. That was game changing, and I absolutely loved that. People would share their ideas and creations online, and everyone was able to kind of take them and use them, and it was really rewarding knowing that people were appreciating your work that you put to create new parts. So that was really cool. But Need for Speed in general, it was one of the most monumental series growing up. I played a ridiculous amount of it, both with friends and just alone. And some of my best memories of all time were playing Need for Speed Underground 2 with all of my friends. I know a lot of you around my age probably have that same memory, so you all know. And no Need for Speed since then has had nearly as much customization, so I don't think you can get much better. And just an honorable mention, it's not one of my top played games of all time, but I have played a lot of it. I'm only mentioning this actually just as an honorable mention because of the fact that it shaped so much of my life. And not necessarily in the way you'd think. Not the gameplay, not the story, none of that. But the Halo series. So some of my core memories back in the day were playing Halo overnight, all-nighters with my friend who's no longer here. He passed away when I was out in the Marines. But a huge part of it is I met my girlfriend online, and when we met, the first thing we actually did together was play Halo online, Halo Infinite specifically. And we hopped into a party, and we played a ridiculous amount. I mean, it felt like childhood again because we were playing basically all-nighters again. And we didn't even have the story, we were just playing online, but it was just so fun. And within no time, we went from playing Halo online to actually hanging out in person, and then we were stuck on each other. We couldn't let go. So Halo really holds a special place in my heart, both from memories from childhood as well as my current relationship, which is absolutely awesome. But I can't think of any other that would make this top list at this time. If I think of any before I finish editing this video, I'll put some up here and then let you know. But go ahead and leave some comments. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you made it this far. Let me know, what are some of your most played games of all time, and maybe some games that you'd like to see me play out on trail will bring back some nostalgia for you. Let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.